Hello, everyone. I'm here to present my research entitled Collaborative Action Research, Developing the Recruitment Process for Powerlink Center for Advanced Skills Development Incorporation. My name is Ryan Dewey. I'm from De La Salle University. I'm currently a full-time professor from the Marketing and Advertising Department. Now, just to give you a brief background of why I chose this topic is that I used to be working for the maritime sector for almost 17 years in my career. Now, to give you a brief background of who is PowerLink, so PowerLink is basically a maritime training center that is part of the overall maritime industry. So, the government agency in charge in the implementation of all guidelines pertaining to the proper way of training the seafarers is actually the Marina. Now, Marina is basically the government agency responsible to overlook for the welfare of the overall maritime industry. But since there's a growing market for the Filipino seafarers, the Marina is so small that they cannot anymore handle all of these seafarers for their training requirements. Therefore, it started the creation of the Maritime Training Centers, whose main objective is to help the Marina train the seafarers based on the model courses of the IMO, or the International Maritime Organization, in charge of the global guidelines and the regulations pertaining to the maritime training programs for different seafarers all over the world. Now, for the introduction of my collaborative research, in this action research, I and my collaborators focus on addressing the issue on the lack of framework for the recruitment and selection process of the employees for a particular maritime training center, which I mentioned before is Powerlink Training Center Incorporated. We, the HR head, the training manager, and marketing officers, and the vice president have collaboratively identified. Now, the manifestation on the lack of this recruitment process included the feedback from the different employees of the company. Currently, there are no clear guidelines on how the company selects their employees, since most of them were simply hired based on referral by people or the owners of the company. This collaborative action research will help PowerLink to come up with a structure in the recruiting and selecting the best personnel for a particular job opening for the planned expansion of the company in the future. Now, action research may be defined as an emergent inquiry process in which applied behavioral sciences knowledge is integrated with existing organizational knowledge and applied to solve real organizational problems, according to Colan, page 294. The aim of our collaborative action research for PowerLink is to bring about possible changes in the organization, particularly with an intention to improve their human resource function pertaining to the recruitment and selection of their personnel. The current problem of PowerLink is that they don't have any human resource function. The responsibility of deciding on any component of decision-making lies in the hands of the owners themselves. For this specific activity of recruiting personnel for a specific job, the company has no clear guidelines in the recruitment and the selection of people for a specific position. Therefore, the goal and objective here are to ensure that the company will be able to attract a pool of qualified applicants and that PowerLink is prepared to select whenever there is an available job opportunity for the firm. Now, the methodology and methods of inquiry, how the researcher was able to conceptualize the main problem that the company is encountering. It's basically coming from the interview of the key personnel of the organization. The researcher was also was able to get a hold of the client satisfaction survey that was conducted by the marketing officers and was able also to be obtained by them after they're through answering those survey form. There was also an interview conducted by the registration head in June 2018, and also a meeting and an FGT with the vice president, the Asia manager, and the marketing head, which is yours truly. So the framework that were utilized in the collection of the data were the Orjai model of Skyne and the ladder of inference, or the loop of actions, where each of these processes were included in drawing on the main issue or the problem of the organization. So for the manifestation of the problem, so the situation is that the company is experiencing a decrease in the enrollment in the first quarter of 2018, comparing it the previous year. So some of the result of the interview of the researcher from the different key people of the company were as follows. So from the registration head, they mentioned to the researchers that, sir, kasi naman yung mga instructor natin hindi naman po nagtuturo. Marami sa mga enrollees natin na nagreklamo na pinapanood lang sila ng mga videos at hindi nagtuturo. Minsan naman isang oras lang pinapawi na sila kaagad. Now, for one of the marketing officer where the researcher was also able to interview, sir, kasi naman yung mga register natin minsan mali-mali ang naidalagay na information sa enrollment form ng seafarer natin. Kaya marami sa mga enrollees natin ang nagre-reklamo na mali-mali ang mga room assignments nila or yung schedule ng training nila. So according to the vice president of the operations, saan ba nanggagaling ang problema? marketing, pinupuntahan niyo ba ang mga kliyente niyo? Baka naman hindi na kayo nagma-market. So, as a result of this communication and interview coming from these key people from the organization, it was uh, able to conceptualize that there's a problem that is being encountered by the company, which is basically the lack of knowledge and skills in the performance of a certain activity coming from those people who were recruited or employed by the company. So I did discuss all this information that I have gathered to our Vice President of Operations, who was a marketing officer like me before. From there, we collaboratively agreed that our issue was the lack of specific HR guidelines in recruiting possible candidates for a specific position. Through this action research, we aim to ensure that we consistently provide the seafarers who enrolled at PowerLink with the best experience in maritime training in accordance with the requirements of the International Maritime Organization, or IMO. The theoretical framework that the researcher was able to use is the change management framework of Lewin. So according to this particular framework, there are 3 stages that the company has to undergo to be able to implement changes in the organization's existing processes. No? It starts with the freezing stage where the management tries to reduce the forces and change existing attitudes which maintain behavior in present form, recognizing the need for change, according to Talmashu 2014. After which, the management develops new attitudes or behaviors in the implementation of the change. This includes trying to promote an open line of communicating with employees and empowering them to work in new ways and learn new values, attitudes, and behavior along the way. According to Talmashu 2014, providing knowledge, tools, and training needs for employees are important to successfully apply the intended change. And the last step in the process is what we call the refreezing, where the management will now try to consolidate the change at a new level and enforce it through supporting it with appropriate mechanisms, policies, organizational structure, and norms. This includes trying to make the change in your systems a new norm that employees need to adopt. Now, for the researcher, this is basically the proposed HR framework for the recruitment and selection process for PowerLink. So normally for most of the organizations, these normally start with their strategic business plan. Then from the strategic business planning process, the different functions of the organizations will be able to identify the needs for each of those positions that might be necessary, no, to be able to accomplish a certain activity or task. Now, from needs assessment, the different functions, which include in the infrastructure, technology, human resource, and organizational structure, they will be informing the human resource about the different factors included in the recruitment and selection process. It will start with the role assessment of the person based on that particular needs that is being required by the company, followed by the job description of that person, the job specification required, the recruitment process, whether it's going to be done externally or internally, and lastly is basically the selection process or how the company will be choosing the qualified applicant for that particular position. So this is basically the framework that the researcher will be proposing in the execution of their plans to address the problem, which is the lack of the recruitment and selection process of PowerLink Training Incorporation. Now, for the method of implementation and outcome, we will also be using the action research framework of Colan and Bannock in 2010 that tells us that an action research consists of different action research cycles, but due to limited time constraints to realize whether our interventions were manifested and improved the company's recruitment selection process, we were only able to cover one short-term action research cycle. These include developing the process of stating the job description and job specification of existing and future employees of PowerLink. This was done in collaboration with the owners of the company, and part of the intervention program is the reorientation of existing employees pertaining to their job description. It is imperative for the organization to pursue this activity even though it should have been done before they recruited and selected the employee. So this is basically the framework that shows the spiral of action research cycles according to Colan and Bannock in 2010. And as mentioned before, only cycle 1 was executed by the researcher because of the limited time allowable in the implementation of this particular action plan for the company. Now, the summary of the interventions in developing the recruitment process for PowerLink Center for Advanced Skills Development, Inc. So for the intervention, as mentioned a while ago, the action researchers will closely interact with the owners of the PowerLink to establish the process of developing a job description and job specification. The activities here that will be included will be to inform the management about the problem that there's no job description and job specification that may result to the employees having no idea about their current job and functions. The immediate outcomes of this is that the management now will be aware of the issue and there will be willingness from them to resolve it by understanding the responsibility for each job position for both existing and the future. The second intervention that was also implemented was the development of the job description and job specification for the current and future positions. The activities included here includes the preparation of an appropriate job description and job specification for all assistant staffs, marketing officers, and instructors. The immediate outcomes of this particular intervention is that it will result in approval of the proposed job description and job specification for existing employees and future employees. This also includes the documentation of the job description and specification. So as mentioned, these are just an example of the different positions and the job description for each of these particular positions that are being required by the company. And the researchers were able also to propose an intervention that pertains to the job specifications for each of these positions that are being required. For example, for the marketing officers, or the specific requirements that each of these persons must possess to be qualified for a particular position in the company. So we have for marketing, for the registration, and for the instructors. As a conclusion, based on the collaborative action research, we found out that there are no existing guidelines in the recruitment and selection of employees. It is because even at the start of when the company was founded, there was no human resource employee assigned to be in charge of these activities. The roles of existing employees are not clearly defined since there was no job description and specification for all positions in the company. With regards to knowing if employees of PowerNIC are knowledgeable and qualified for the position they were assigned, through our interview and communication with several of them, they mentioned that they were having difficulty adjusting in their position because it was something unfamiliar or new territory for them. This resulted to some early designations, tardiness, and not being able to perform their job accordingly. As we advance in technology and knowledge, there's a growing need for our human resource to skill up in all aspects. It is a leader's role and an employee's role as well as to be accountable for the latter's development in his or her current job and future career. But it should also start with hiring people who are competent and qualified in that particular position. And lastly, giving opportunities for employee people is one thing, but laying down the recruitment and selection framework is crucial if a company wants to ensure that these people will help them and become their partners in attaining their goals and objectives. Leader has to make employees feel that there's a plan for them to move up in the ladder and develop eventually, and that these plans are executed as plans. Development plans do not just have to be about the current job, but also about identifying what needs to be developed and enhanced for the employee's future and needs. With that, I end my discussion. Thank you very much for listening.